Anybody anticipating the next generation AirPods Max would be disappointed to learn that they still have a long wait ahead of them. On the plus side, this is expected to have lossless audio capabilities, a variety of new color options, and a slightly revised design.
I like to have options.
So today, let us talk about the Apple Airpods Max 2. Design. One of the greatest wireless headphones is the Airpods Max. The Airpods Max has been on sale in 5 colors since their release: silver, blue, space gray, pink, and green.
I love these colors.
Nonetheless, its successor will provide a wider range of color choices, Mark Gurman supposes. Apple only recently caught up with demand for the product, and it is not currently working on a second generation of the Airpods Max, though it has discussed launching additional color variations in the future. There has been discussion of Apple making adjustments to the interface in other places. Apple is reportedly working on a set of gesture-based touch controls to replace the digital crown, as reported by Patently Apple. Finally, rumors have persisted that Apple intends to redesign the Apple Airpods Max case, but more on that later. Features. The original AirPods Max included transparent mode, spatial audio, and adjustable active noise cancellation.
It's an advanced technology.
Nevertheless, the latter was exclusive to iOS devices and provided a more enveloping listening experience. According to Apple's advertising, the AirPods Max indeed provide 20 hours of playback time on a single charge. This wasn't terrible, but for the price of AirPods, a little bit more won't be bad.
Totally agree.
There is a patent out there for figuring out how to prevent and fix audio howl, which is what happens when a microphone and a speaker become stuck in a feedback loop. Although methods exist to identify and dampen audio howling, they are not without their flaws. Existing approaches, for instance, may detect false positives, leading to the use of notch filters that may degrade the headphone's audio quality. In their patent, Apple discloses a method that can identify audio howl by comparing the signal from one microphone in a closed-loop setup to that from a second microphone that isn't part of the setup. The system is able to identify howling noises if there is a difference in spectral content. But we'll have to wait and see whether Apple chooses to include it in the AirPods Max 2. So subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. Lossless audio support. With the introduction of the AirPods Max, Apple has made lossless music available through Apple Music. Surprisingly, Apple's premium headphones can't stream lossless music wirelessly. When connected through Bluetooth, it supports AAC files up to 256 kilobytes per second in bit rate. This is fidelity good enough that the average listener won't notice a difference, but it falls short of what one would hope for from a high-priced headset. AirPods Max 2 will very certainly have the capability of wirelessly playing lossless music when synced with an iOS smartphone. To take advantage of this, we anticipate it will also contain top-tier drivers. You are probably eager to know when it will be released and at what price. Continue watching to find out. A new case. The smart case is the one component of the AirPods Max design that virtually everyone finds annoying.
I never doubted that.
The only method to put the device into battery-saving mode is to place it in the smart case, which some have likened to a bra or a pistol holster due to its thin and bulky design. We don't believe it performs a very good job of keeping the headphones free of dirt, dust, and knocks, and we find its appearance to be somewhat off-putting.
Bummer.
A patent application discovered by Apple in July 2022 hints to a far more robust casing with a number of magnetic clasps to keep it closed. Say bye to Lightning. The Lightning connector has been gradually phased out of Macs and other high-end Apple products. It's possible that the AirPods Max may use USB-C, following in the footsteps of the iPad Pro, iPad Air, and iPad Mini. There's a good chance it'll stick with the same port the newest iPhone uses. As the iPhone 15 will have USB-C, we anticipate the AirPods Max 2 to do the same. Again, Mark Gurman notes, I don't think Apple will take that long to bring USB-C to all of its devices though. I'd bet the next versions of the regular AirPods, AirPods Pro, and AirPods Max all move to USB-C, and that transition should be done by 2024. Well, this is a mandate by the EU, so Apple doesn't have much of a choice here. Price. There is little information available on pricing. In his report, Gurman said he hoped the price would go down, but he gave no indication as to whether or not this would really happen. With the popularity of the original AirPods, the second generation was released at the same price point, so maybe the Max successor will follow suit. The cost of the new AirPods Max 2 is still unclear. We expect Apple to keep the same $549 price tag as the first generation. A price cut would be great for Apple's over-ear headphones till the release of the next generation.
I get my money's worth.
Imagine.
If the price drops, it might mean that a newer model is on the way. Release date. At what time frame may we look forward to the release of AirPods Max 2? Unlike other Apple products, the introduction of new generations of AirPods happens at random. Given that it has been almost 2 years since the first headset was released, it is only natural that an upgrade is made shortly. The existing headphones would be at least 3 years old by the time we got the AirPods Max 2, according to analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, who thinks we'll receive them in 2024 or maybe 2025. But Mark Gurman said it would debut in the fall of 2022. That certainly didn't happen.
Rumors are always rife, my dear.
Even so, the present AirPods Max are fantastic, but we anticipate that the AirPods Max 2 will have better battery life and enhanced compatibility for Android. Apple's second generation over-ears, the AirPods Max 2, might make history if they fix some complaints.
I hope so.
In any case, please let us know what new or updated functionality you are most looking forward to. Thanks for joining us today.